Hi, Year 4. So today we're going to cover two topics. One topic is kind of so-so. The other one is kind of short. So that's why I'm kumpulkan dua topik jadi satu pelajaran. Okay. So if you want to use your textbook, it's in page 68 to 70 in your textbook. So our lesson objective is to read a thermometer with its units. So kamu akan baca mana membaca thermometer ini. The steps to success is to learn what temperature is, learn how to measure temperature, and learn how to read a thermometer. So, what is temperature? So, pernah teacher ajar kamu ada thermometer ini digunakan untuk measure temperature. So, this is what temperature is. Temperature is a measure of the degree of hotness or coldness. So, artinya bercana panasnya atau sajuknya benda itu. Iatah temperature tu namanya. So we can feel the temperature of an object by using our sense of touch. So you can see over there ada a person. They put their hand on top of some hot water and then the steam tekan the hand. So the hand will feel how hot the steam is. So to measure temperature, other than our sense of touch, pasal our sense of touch ni boleh beritahu kami panas sama sajuk, tapi hindi beritahu kami bertapa panasnya benda itu. Macam nada nombor panasnya atau guna tangan kami itu. So we need to use a thermometer. Thermometer ini boleh accurately bagi nombor arah temperature itu. So most of the time yang thermometer kami menggunakan, ia punya temperature is in degrees Celsius. So ini yang paling common. Degrees Celsius. So degree Celsius ia punya symbol bulat damit di atas and then capital C. Ini the symbol. So for example, we can say the temperature of some water lah maybe. We can write it as maybe 24 degrees. So bulatan di atas. And then C di bawah, Celsius. So we read this as 24 degrees Celsius. Okay. So, how a thermometer measures temperature? So, inside a thermometer, so dalam thermometer itu, there is a liquid called alcohol. So, that merah ni, alcohol tu. The level of alcohol rises and fall with the changes in temperature. So if you remember, ada pernah teacher pegang a thermometer. So you can actually see masa awal-awal the thermometer itu maybe at this level. If teacher menggenggam kawasan sini, so teacher put her hand here, you can see the level actually rising. So if we go back to once we go back to school, maybe we can look at the thermometer, how it changes, how it rises with your hand's temperature. So we'll try to do that when you come back. So when the temperature increases, bila lagi panas, the level of alcohol rises. So if you look here, this means it's quite hot because the level of alcohol is quite high. When the temperature decreases, the level of alcohol falls. So, sebaliknya, yang ani, compared to yang sini lagi sajuk. Pasal the level of alcohol is lower. So, how do you use a thermometer? Cana kan guna thermometer ani. So, you hold a thermometer by the stem. So, if you look here, ani ada retort stand. Cara kami memegang thermometer atau arah the retort stand, arah ia punya stem. So the stem is the longish part sini. That's where you should hold it. Jangan pegang di ujung-ujung, on the top or on the bottom. Mesti somewhere in the middle. So you place the bulb of the thermometer into the liquid. So the bulb is the part where there's most alcohol. If you look at the normal thermometer like this, that's where a lot of the alcohol is. So that is the bulb. Anita bulb ni. So then, when you after you put it into the liquid, you have to wait for the alcohol to stop rising or falling. So sambil ya bila masukkan dalam air itu, you will notice the alcohol ya semakin naik atau semakin turun. Perlahan tu. So you have to actually wait before kamu melihat berapa ya punya temperature itu. So for example, ya dari sini mesti tunggu ya naik. Bila berhenti, baru that's where you can read it. And then you read the temperature by looking at the liquid at eye level. So that means kamu mesti sebaris dengan the liquid when you want to read it. So on here, you can see the eye. Yes, sebaris with the where the alcohol level itu stops. Hindi boleh kamu baca dari atas. Hindi boleh kamu baca dari bawah. Mesti sebaris. So for example, at this one, you cannot look from down here untuk melihat sana. You have to look from here untuk baca the thermometer itu. So, reading a thermometer. How do we read it? So, you have to go to the longest line with the biggest number where the liquid stops. So, sekiranya ya dari 0, you go up 10, up 20. Masih juga ada 30. Tapi 40, another red liquid. So, you stop at 30 first. Okay, and then once we stop at 30, we have to go at the smaller line. So here we go up the small line. So 31, kami lihat masih ada the red liquid. That's not where it stops. 32, so 32 is where it stops. So artinya the thermometer reads 32 degrees Celsius. So 30 at the long line, 2 small lines, so 32 degrees Celsius. Okay, types of thermometers. So as I told you before earlier in the topic, there are a lots of types of thermometers. So we have the laboratory thermometer, and the one that we've seen in the lab. So this is used to measure temperature in experiments. So sekiranya macam ada experiment, solubility of water kah, that hot water versus cold water. Ani untuk memastikan how hot or how cold the water is maybe. The next one we have wall thermometer. So wall thermometer is used to measure temperature of air. It's usually hung on a wall, so ya bergantung di dinding, because that's where it can get the air untuk measure ya punya temperature atau. So if you look here, sini yang degree Celsius, so look over here, and then that's where you measure how hot the air is. And then data logger. So we never covered this one before. Data logger is temperature is measured and sent to a computer. So ani digunakan untuk measure the temperature, and then niya masukkan data atu arah komputer. So sekiranya ada temperature atu berubah-ubah, tanampak tu macam ya semakin naik, and then ya turun. So you can see the change in temperature as time goes on. And then we have clinical thermometer. So used to measure body temperature. If you've ever been to a doctor, ada yang pernah bagi, maybe not this one, ani zaman dulu punya ni. Tapi this is what we call the clinical thermometer. So it's smaller than the lab thermometer. If you look, ya start pun nombor bukan dari 0, dari 35 sampai 42 saja. Pasal ia digunakan untuk badan only. And then digital thermometer. Ini yang kamu biasa guna kali. Digital thermometer, it's used to measure body temperature digitally. So these aren't the only types. Ada lagi more types. Ada the digital thermometer yang guna laser ataupun kira thermometer je tu. So these aren't the only types, tapi these are the ones yang teacher introduce saja. Okay, so this is the first part of the video. Go to the next part. Ada teacher link arah the group.